So, Jake, you ready?
I'm nervous.
You don't need
Is
to be
that weird?
nervous. It's going to be good, I promise.
I'm like nervous. And I'm in a really good mood too because I did play a couple warm up games and the lobbies are not bad. So
Well, there's still time
hopefully
for
that
them to
continues.
be worse. So,
Yeah, we
okay.
got all night. So
Okay, well, welcome in, everybody. This is episode 2 of the streamer interview series where I am interviewing Jake today. Jake, thanks for joining us.
the pleasure is all mine,
I know, of
or
course it
yours,
is.
whatever the saying is.
I actually asked Jake to be my second round interviewee because I learned some things about him a couple of weeks ago. I don't want to put too much emphasis on this, but Jake has been streaming for some time, and I think that he has a great story to tell about just continuing to grind, pushing through adversity. Maybe just like taking steps away for a little bit too. I know you recently did that, not to call it out, but we can talk about that in a bit too and the importance of doing that. But also he's a multi-streamer too. So if anybody here is like, how the heck can I stream outside of Twitch, or what works outside of Twitch, or things like that, he's done it very successfully month over month. I see him posting his reels are reaching like over 100,000, sometimes over 350,000. So anyways.
Yeah. So my Instagram reels are, I think last time I looked for this month, I'm at 280,000 views for the month. I have a couple that are touching 20,000 views. Doesn't seem like a lot, but like that's the first time I've ever hit that sort of algorithm in for reels. So I think it's pretty cool.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, I didn't realize how impactful reels was, honestly. I kind of neglected it for a long time, which we'll talk about. That's probably one of the questions or like something I can answer a little bit later. But yeah, it's been great. Still trying to find the YouTube algorithm again, but I think it's just the game. Call of Duty is just in a really bad spot right now, so I think it's more or less the game, not the streamer, because a lot of people's views are down right now. So,
well, I mean, let's talk about it. I mean, I at some point I want to talk about where did you start, where did you begin, like how did you get here, and we can maybe move to that next. But why don't we talk about you and Reels, TikTok, YouTube? I guess let's talk about Reels first. You've clearly hit a decent algorithm there. Is there anything that you can point to that you found a lot of success with, or is it trial and error, or how did you get there?
So I'm not saying this is the sauce or whatever, because like I think everybody's posting is different, but I've tried different posting times. So I am posting consistently between 6:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. every day. I did do some afternoon posting. Horrific numbers. I don't know what it was. Didn't hit any algorithms, nothing. I got like 200 views, which is I'm still grateful for 200 views. But it was definitely not what it's been doing. So I noticed that the appropriate time to stream, or to post rather, for me is between 6 and 8 a.m. every day. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like, like people going to work, they're scrolling on their phones when they get out of bed or whatever. That could be it. I don't know, but that's been my success so far, and I'm hoping it continues. I would really like to have one of my posts hit like 100,000 views, but that's just luck of the draw, algorithm. I can't do anything about that, so just got to keep grinding.
But I think that's useful to hear and understand, though, is the importance of trial and error, trying new things, switching things up. You've clearly done that, and you found some success in it. And it does make sense, too. You think about it, people are at work, they're probably not using their phones during the day too much, unless they're hiding in the hiding in the bathroom and doom scrolling because they're trying to avoid their job or something like that. Right. So it does make sense when you find, that people are giving you more views between 6 and 8 a.m. So totally cool. It makes sense.
Yeah, I've tried that approach with like YouTube as well, and even TikTok. Not really a lot of similar success, unfortunately. It seems like TikTok is more of like right before you stream you're gonna see the better numbers. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's just how how each page is set up or whatnot, but I've noticed that mine right before I stream is typically, really more successful than me posting at 8 a.m., waiting to stream that night and go live on TikTok. You know what I mean? And I've actually posted every day on YouTube Shorts for probably 5 years. I haven't
Oh
missed a
my
day.
God.
Yeah. If you go to my YouTube page, I have like 3,000 videos and like 95% of them are shorts. I haven't missed a day in like 5 years. You could scroll back you can go all the way back to Warzone 1. I'm not even kidding you. It's
Oh my
insane.
God. Okay, well then, talking about YouTube and the fact that you have 3,000 videos on there, you've been doing it some time. So how did you get started in gaming? I mean, take it back to the first video game that you ever played. What was it, and what was special about it?
So my first ever video game, and I remember it still. So I had a Nintendo growing up because my dad had one, so I played Super Mario Brothers all the time.
Oh
That
yeah.
was like my game, the original Super Mario Brothers. I played that. I had a Sega. I played Paperboy. I played Sonic. I played Ghouls and Goblins. That's a
Mm.
very underrated game. I feel like a lot of people probably don't know what that is, which it's such a good game. Um, so I've gamed my whole life. But my first ever console was PlayStation 1. I got it for Christmas. My mom and dad purchased. I was really big into WWE wrestling, so I had
Mm.
the WWE wrestling games. It was like SmackDown 1 or whatever it was back then. So that was my first ever console and video game purchase from my parents that I didn't inherit. And then just kind of skyrocketed. I played all the wrestling games. I was in the sports games. I played basketball, football, baseball games all the time. Pretty much any sports game you
Hmm.
name, I probably played it. Same way with like all the Grand Theft Autos. I played all those. Driver played all those as well. So I think when I don't know, I was probably 4 when I got my first console,
Oh my
something like that.
gosh.
Yeah, I was young. I was still because we moved around a couple times when I was younger. But we were in like my first house. Like I grew up in my
Yeah.
first house, so that was where it first started. Which I lived until I was 5. So, or excuse me, 7. So I may have been like 5 or 6. I don't know. I may be
Yeah.
a little bit skewed on the time frame, but I was pretty young for the most part. So, but yeah, I started early. Went from PlayStation 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and then went from PlayStation 4 to PC, and I haven't looked back.
You still play Grand Theft Auto too, don't you? Sometimes.
So I was doing that role play thing
Yeah.
with the 5M servers, but it's just not for me. I'm not a role play type of person.
Yeah.
I could talk to a wall. I mean, you know this. I can talk to anyone at any time, anything about any subject, but for some reason I just could not get into the role playing thing, so I just
Yeah.
kind of abandoned it, which I probably again we'll probably talk about like failures and successes
Yeah.
later on or whatnot, or I can share that or whatnot. But I did play for a little bit, but I'm back fully into Warzone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, but fortunately
Yeah.
too, right? Okay. So
Yeah.
what was your first Call of Duty?
My first Call of Duty was Black Ops 2. That was my first one.
Okay.
I can't tell you when I played it. I remember playing it when I was like I can't remember. I was at my buddy's house. I had a really, really good friend in high school that had Xbox 360 and like PlayStation, all that. And we played one weekend Black Ops 2, and I fell in love. I played Black Ops 2. I played MW2. I played BO3,
Mhm.
BO4, all of them, like all the way up. And underrated game, in my opinion. Call of Duty Ghosts is one of the most underrated games in the franchise. That's just me, and I think the reason it gets so much hate is because it came right after Black Ops. I don't know. That's just me. I played so much. I have like 50 days logged on it. It's
Oh.
something insane.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I never played Call of Duty Go, so not to plug I played Call of Duty 4 and then I didn't touch the game for until Warzone came out. Pretty much. That was it for
I mean,
me.
that's fair.
But
That's fair. I mean, there was a lot of good games out then too. Like I abandoned Call of Duty and I played Fortnite. When Fortnite,
sure.
I'm not kidding you. When Fortnite dropped their BR, I had downloaded the day it dropped and I streamed it the next day. I was like one of the first like streamers playing the
Really?
BR. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty sick. Like I have the stream up on YouTube. It's like unlisted or whatever because
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, it was when it dropped. I wanted the BR, and then eventually transitioned over to Warzone. Um, and then with Resurgence coming out and everything, I didn't like. And fun fact, I didn't like Resurgence when it first came out. I thought it was shit. Excuse
Really?
my language. Yes. I didn't like it. It was too fast paced. I couldn't figure out what the heck to do on it. Whatever. And Fortnite got really bad. It was in a really bad state where I didn't like it
Hmm.
anymore. So I forced myself to play Warzone. I was like, I'll try out Resurgence, and I finally figured out a flow, and then the rest is history. just started playing it full time.
Okay, so was Fortnite your first game that you streamed then, and when did you start streaming?
So I wrote it down on sticky notes. So
There
my
he
first ever
goes.
stream was Grand Theft Auto Online.
Oh
I
god.
streamed it December 9th, 2016 was my first ever stream. 2016. I sparked it up on my PlayStation 4. They had like
Oh.
the built-in like streaming thing that you go from the console to like YouTube or Twitch or whatever.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there with my buddies online. I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is. And I like screwed around with it for a little bit, figured out that it was a YouTube, and I made myself a channel. I sparked up, and that was my first ever stream.
When did you decide, like, I want to keep doing this, streaming specifically?
So I kind of did it off and on a little bit, just kind of like, mess around a little bit. It wasn't nothing like serious, just some
Mhm.
like goof off stuff. I took a little bit of a break. I played, I don't know, I probably streamed off and on to like 2018, and then took a
Oh.
substantial break from YouTube and streamed on Twitch off and on. And then went back to YouTube in 2022, did a little bit on there. Then I left YouTube again. I came back to Twitch, and then I started multi-streaming, and then now I'm just on both. So I've had stints on both platforms over the
Mhm.
years. When I first wanted to start streaming on Twitch, I had like people in the YouTube was like, "Nah, Twitch is horrible. You
Yeah.
don't want to go there. There's no growth. Blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe you're right." And I actually put it off for like 6 months or so.
Mhm.
And I didn't really feel like it was necessary. I had a pretty good community over on YouTube just for like a small streamer, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
had like probably 10 to 12 concurrent viewers all the time with, regular chatters and stuff like that. This was before short form platform or
Yeah.
short form content existed. It was all long form. So I felt it was a, a pretty good thing going on, but the whole multi-streaming thing has really been just incredible. And I know I'm one of millions that do it, you know what I mean? But it's really helped me just kind of lock in on my own content and lock in like getting it out to multiple platforms at once instead of just focusing on one at a
Yeah.
time.
What's kind of your like flow and rhythm with putting content out then? I mean, multi-streaming, if you're posting on different platforms, like, is there a specific process that you kind of go through when you're getting that content pulled together? What does it look like for you?
Yeah, so I do my streams obviously. I have replay buffer set up, so if I hit a cool clip, I push a button, it clips it. Okay. I go and after my stream, if I get anything cool, I sort through my clips and my recordings and figure out what I want to keep and what I don't. I use DaVinci Resolve to edit everything down, which was a huge learning curve at first.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, to back up a little bit, when I first started posting long form content on YouTube was about 2017, 2018. I was using my phone to edit all of my videos. I would record my videos on PS4. I would download them to a USB stick. I would use that USB stick on my MacBook. I would upload it to my iCloud, and I would edit everything on my phone. It was such a pain in the butt. And
Oh
there
my
was
God,
probably
that's
better ways of
creative.
doing it. Yeah, there was probably better ways of doing it or whatever, but that's what I found worked for me.
Yeah.
And I have old videos up that, oh God, they're just so freaking cringy. They'll never see the light of day. They're so bad. They're
Yeah.
so horrible. But to circle back, so I edit everything in DaVinci Resolve. I upload it to Google Drive, download to my phone, and I post on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. If I get a cool clip, I think can go something on Twitter. I'll post on Twitter sometimes too. But I usually try to edit in bulk to where I'm
Yeah.
not sitting here every day for an hour or two. Like I'll record in bulk. I'll get everything in bulk, and then I'll sit down for like 2 hours and
Yeah.
just bulk edit everything, and then everything's done for a week. And then I do that same process for about 5 to 7 days. Basically, is what I do.
So I think your answer right there is you trial and error. like and you figure out
Yeah,
your flow and you
yeah,
determine by trying different things and figuring out what doesn't work or wasting time, to be honest with you too. It sounds like with
sure,
the phone
yeah.
stuff, you determine like I got to try something different. I got to try something new, and you found something that works well for you.
Yeah, and kind of like we've already spoke about. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody
Yeah.
has their own flow and their own ways and everything. But that's just what I found that had worked for me. And it's been a lot of trial and error. There's been a lot of times where I just threw my hands up and I wanted to quit. I have a friend from back home. He games a lot, and he's been one of my quote unquote supporters since I started
Yeah.
streaming. And there's been several times I've reached out to him and be like, dude, I'm done. I'm sick of it. I'm not getting any traction. My views are in the crapper. I get no new people in.
Yeah.
I'm just streaming to nobody. I'm done. And then he's like, no, 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 take a break. Just relax for a little bit. Blah blah blah. You can't give up. He's always talking me off that ledge. And Jay Chill, he does the same thing sometimes too. I mean, I've shared
Yeah.
some pretty intense moments with him too. Like I've wanted to give up and stuff, and that's gonna happen. I mean, you're gonna go through these up and down spurts. Because if it's always up, then eventually it's going to crash. I mean, everything plateaus out at some point and fails. I mean, it's just all that's just life, unfortunately. So you can't get discouraged when your content's in the shitter.
Mhm.
Honestly, you got to figure out what's going on. You got to figure out how to revamp it and stuff like that. And sometimes just staying consistent, doing the same thing, and then getting out of that hole is even good too. I mean, I brought my TikTok back from the dead. I was only getting like 100 views of video years ago. I had like 500 or 600 followers. I was only getting like 100 views of video. I was like, I don't know if I should even post on here anymore. Then one day I figured it out. I mean, I couldn't tell you what I did specifically. It's just one day everything clicked into place, and now I'm closing in on 9,000 followers on TikTok, and
That's
I'm hoping to
awesome.
get 10K in 2026 so I can get monetized and everything. So, um, a lot of it's very stressful, very very stressful.
Well, solid plug for make sure you follow Jake on all platforms, including TikTok.
All platforms.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
please. I will be
I
tagging
got
them in the YouTube video too, so that people, when they
and
come
I and
across
I
it, can see.
and not to extend it further away from the whole like questions and everything, but
No, it's okay. It's your
um
time.
I am doing, and I think you probably already saw it, like a music reaction channel. I love
Oh,
music.
cool.
Fun fact about me, I have the self-proclaimed best music on Twitch. Just saying. I have the best playlists, all of it. But I plan on doing like music reactions and stuff like that
Cool.
in 2026 for both TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. Because I'm all the time finding new music, and I sit there and make a stink face to it by myself. I'm like, wait, I could just react to it and put it on YouTube and call it good. So that's kind of the idea for next year.
Okay, well, you need to send me all of the links and pathways to all of those so I can
Sure,
tag
I
them. Make
definitely
sure you
will.
do it. Okay,
I definitely
well,
will.
on that note, we haven't really like learned about you. So very clearly you love gaming. You love
Mhm.
music. Tell us more about you.
Yes.
What something outside of gaming, outside of this, what should people know about you?
Uh, I'm really big into sports, and my bread and butter now. I grew up playing sports and everything. I played baseball, basketball, all that. But here the last I don't know 5 or 6 years, I've really gotten into UFC fighting.
Hmm.
So I'm really honed in on that. I watch all the pay per views and stuff like that. Excuse me, it was just sitting right there the
It's
whole
okay.
time.
You're with me.
Um, but yeah, I love UFC fights. I watch all the pay per views, MMA fighting, all that stuff. So that's probably a fact outside of gaming that I would share. Other than I am a workhorse too. I mean, I my job is very demanding too, and I don't like to talk about my job. Like, and I'm
Yeah,
sure you're the same way. Kind of
yeah,
keep personal and gaming separate. And I've unfortunately learned that over the years too, that sometimes when they do blend and mix, it can cause a lot of problems and everything.
yeah.
So I try to stick true to that and stuff like that. But work's very demanding and very stressful. So this is my escape to relax. Even though I'm spending 3 hours of my night screaming at COD, it's still a way to relax, basically.
One of the most stressful games probably out there. That's okay though. Honestly,
Mm.
it's sometimes it's therapeutic and sometimes it's causing us to go to therapy, but like that's fine as well. Uh Tell us about your stream. What can somebody expect if they're like, I'd like to go see what Jake's stream is like? Tell us about it. What can people expect?
First and foremost, when you follow or subscribe or whatever, you get very loud, obnoxious, bass boosted alerts. Um, and I like them. They blast my ears out. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. So that's first and foremost. Second, you're probably gonna catch me screaming at the game, honestly. And it's not because I'm negative Nancy over here or whatever, but it's entertainment, like that. I'll sit and chat with you. I mean, I'll like I've said before, I'll talk to a wall and everything, but I keep it pretty chill. I mean, chat's really
Yeah.
chill. Everybody in the community is really chill. There's not a lot of toxicness going on. I got wonderful mods as well. They take care of any kind of trash that comes in and stuff like that. But I really just want you to vibe out and have a good time. Throw some questions my way or give us a chow to do or something like that. But it's really chill. Outside the screaming, it's a good time. Full cam up, talk a little bit, yap a little bit, listen to some music, and then go on to the next game.
I love it. And the cool thing is, guys, you get to experience that today because Jake and I will be playing some games after this as well. So you want some yaps and you want some yells, you're in the right place. Well, just a reminder, guys, !Q. You can ask Jake any questions that you've got. That is up. I wanted to ask a question that came up today because you were drinking your Red Bull. When's the next Red Bull chug? Do you have an extra one to end? Do you have an extra one to end the YouTube video with today? Not yet, but like you don't.
I don't.
That's crazy.
I don't. This is my last one. So I had to end those because I was doing like one per day, but I was also drinking 2 additional Red Bulls a day. So like I have either a coffee or a Red Bull in the morning, and then in the afternoon I have vice versa. And then I was doing the Red Bull chug on top of it. So I was having like 3 or 4 Red Bulls a day. I'm like, I better chill. So I took them away for a little bit. I had a lot of people very upset about that. like, where's the Red Bull chugs? I'm sorry. I'm trying not to have a heart attack on stream. So that would be why. But I do need to put it back up. I will. I probably will put like some sort of like X per week limiter on them or something like that if I can or whatnot. So
they're fun.
I think they're fun. I also can't drink them cold. They destroy me. I drink them room temperature. I just do a little 8-ounce can, throw it back, call it good.
I mean, I'm waiting patiently. Let me just put it that way. I swear to God, I was new when you first started doing those, I think, and then all of a sudden they were gone, and I said to myself, it was because I'm here, isn't it?
No. Just it was a little too frequent for me. And I don't
probably had heartburn.
What's that?
I said you probably had heartburn.
Oh yeah, that's beside the point. That's beside the point. Me being old though too, so it's all good.
Okay, another question that I have for you that I think it's always fun to talk about the good things. What's been the biggest accomplishment or the best memory streaming or even with content creation?
So I thought about that. It's hard to like pinpoint one specific like memory because there's been so many over the years. Like I always tell people I've been consistently streaming and like posting content for about 4 years now. It's probably a little bit longer than that, maybe a little bit less. I don't really know. I don't know an exact date, but there's just been so many. I think the biggest accomplishment that I can say is that I've branched out and made many friends. I did this content thing completely ass backwards when I first started. I streamed and that was it. I didn't record content. I didn't post content. I just streamed on YouTube and that's all I did. And I was expecting people to find me through just my live streams.
Mm-hmm.
When in reality, you can't do that. You got to post offline content. You almost have to spend more time offline grinding than grinding stream. You know what I mean? So I think the biggest takeaway is just how many people I've met over the years, like figuring out the right way to network properly, not being annoying or self-promoting everywhere, blah, blah, blah. Just making legitimate friends through the gaming industry. And it's been phenomenal. I mean, I never imagined 5 years ago I'd be sitting here, for one, doing a podcast, first and foremost, but two, like having this many friends in my back pocket to where I can just reach out and just chat with. I mean, I met up with 2 of them in Aruba. Like, never met them in my life. I knew them from gaming, through streaming. We became really good friends, and we're like, hey, let's go to Aruba, and we did. We met up. We spent 4 days down there together. Had a great freaking time. I'm going to do it again, and it's just, I never thought it would happen. It's insane. That is definitely my biggest accomplishment.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question because I feel like I don't know how to answer this myself. How do you network appropriately? You know what I mean? Because I'm saying that as a question because we see it all the time as creators or people who are streaming where people are like, hey, I'm live. And you're like, okay, yes. buddy. Or, hey, let's play. Okay, buddy. Like, how do you as a person, if you're like, I want to befriend that person, how do you do it?
So how I did it, and I'm gonna use, and this is his actual streaming name. You don't have to cut this out. This is his legitimate streaming name. His name is Jay Cucci, and I know you know who he is.
Yeah.
I met him. He was my first ever like streamer that I made friends with outside of like the, you know, like the smaller friends here and there or whatever. Like he was the first like streamer I was friends with, and he popped up on my TikTok 2 or 3 times. I followed him, and his lives started popping up more and more. I'm like, hey, this guy's kind of cool. So I went to his
Mhm.
Twitch. He had like 70 viewers, I think, and I jumped in, was chatted, just hung out in his community. Then I was coming back more and more and more. I was consistently coming back. More people knew who I was because I was coming back. So that opened up that branch. I actually met Jay Chill through Jay's community.
Hmm.
Branched out to Jay Chill off of him. My friend Ray, I met him through Jay's community, and everybody associated with him I met through his community. And then I think Kay was the first one out of this little group that I'm in. She was, if I remember right, we follow each other on TikTok. I saw she streamed, I followed her, and then I started hanging out in her stream. More people started seeing me
Yeah.
around. I started seeing more people around, and branching off to you and Cell and everybody else associated. And I think that's the right way to grow is just being a friend, and being in a community, not coming in and trying to milk something dry that's not there or whatnot, because eventually it's going to crash and burn. I mean, you may have small success here and there from it, or
Yeah.
like a temporary success, but eventually people are going to see you for who you are. You're just in there to steal viewers or steal
Yes.
community, and it's not going to work. So
Yep.
that's probably the biggest thing is just like being in the community, but like being an actual viewer and a chatter and a friend. You know what I mean? Not just being
Yeah.
some person behind the screen.
I couldn't have said it better myself. It's important to build those relationships because you can't like pretty much what you said is you can't have relationships if all you're just trying to do is just get, what is the word? Not surface level. You're not
Yes.
going to build relationships, and you're not going to build a community if you're just trying to be surface level. And
Yep.
I feel like when you start streaming, you're like, I just want to grow. I just want to grow, and I just want to be big, or maybe not. And so you try to hit everybody surface level and just kind of like touch their communities, but that's not how it works. You have to build relationships with people, and I think you spoke to that really well. Fun fact, you guys. I followed Jake when I was speaking speaking about myself. I was a nobody, and I followed Jake. I was so mad he didn't follow me back because I was dumb. I was so dumb. And I was like, oh, that guy. So I listen to this. I unfollowed you.
Oh, what?
I unfollowed you.
No
and
way.
then I followed you again. And then I was like, oh God, the system unfollowed you. I'm so sorry. So that's
oh my
me.
God. That's
Oops.
fantastic.
No,
fantastic.
the cards are on the table.
Well, so to your point though, like like we connected through Kay.
Yep.
You know, you followed me, I followed you. I was in your streams a little bit, you were in mine, blah blah blah. And just like, hey, what's going on here? I see you're streaming, great tab. Hey, I hope you're having a good day, whatever. Just like surface level stuff. And then it was like starting to be a little more like friendship wise, like,
Yeah.
oh, we're actually talking more in chat. We're actually communicating more and everything. And now you're a mod for me. I'm a mod for you. We're doing a freaking podcast together. It's just crazy how that kind of stuff works.
I know. Yes, sir. And yes, wonderful. It's been a year too. We just hit our year
I know.
friendship. That's crazy.
It's wild. It's insane.
I won't unfollow you again. Don't worry.
Please don't, because then you lose that following since thing and it starts over.
Yep, it's true. Yes, it does. I've got for people in my chat or Jake's chat, if you want to ask a question, we've got a lot of them. Use the pinned comment because the link in my command doesn't work. Use the pinned comment. It's okay. It's because I didn't set it up correctly. I'm gonna pick just like 2 of these for the sake of time, and then send the rest to you, Jake. And then feel free to do whatever you want with them.
Sure.
I like this one. If you could give baby streamer Jake one piece of advice, what would it be?
If I were to give baby streamer Jake any advice, it would be post. Like, recorded content, post everywhere, make friends. Nobody's gonna find you on just streaming. It does not work. I mean, maybe 1 in a million, but the chances of baby Jake being 1 in a million is slim to none. You know what I mean? So that's what I always tell everybody too. If someone's like, "Hey, I'm starting my stream. I'm just starting
Yeah.
streaming here lately. What's some advice?" That's the biggest thing. Like, oh, and also make sure you're always recording, because you may do something cool and you look over and your OBS isn't recording. Always record, even if you're not even like a streamer, you're just like posting offline stuff or whatever, like on TikTok or YouTube or wherever. Always record. You never know what's going to happen, because it literally takes one clip to go viral, and then that's it.
Yeah.
It takes one post. That's all it takes. And I'm still waiting for my one post.
It's soon. Soon.
It has to. It has to.
It has to. With all the views you're getting, there's bound to happen soon. Jeez Louise.
I hope so.
No, we're manifesting. It's a year of manifestation, Jake.
Yes, I love it.
Okay, let's see. Oh, this one's kind of fun. If you could collab with any celebrity, gaming or not, who would it be and why?
Oh Lord. Any celebrity? Oof. Probably
As I say, you don't have that one on a post-it note, huh?
that was not on a post-it note, no. Gosh, it would probably be Alexander Volkanovski. He's a UFC fighter. He is a badass.
Why?
I think he's real fun. He refers to himself as Unc, like everybody else does for me. Just a phenomenal fighter. He has the greatest personality. He's always upbeat, always positive and stuff like that. I think it'd be fun. He's also from Australia, so I think it'd also kind of be fun to go to Australia and collab with him. Again, that's just something off the top of my head. First thing I thought of was him.
There you go. There's a clip. You can tag him in it, and then maybe he'll be like, "Yeah, buddy," and then you'll go to Australia next week. You never know.
Sick, wouldn't it?
You never know.
You never know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up with one final question. Again, I'll send these over to you. Feel free to do whatever you want with them. So you could answer them on stream, like on your own. Even that'd be kind of silly and fun. But the last question that I have for you, thinking about the fact that we are 2 days away from 2026. What do you have in store for next year? What is like one main goal that you've got? You're like, I want to do this, or something you're really striving towards in 2026.
So, I want to get away from only doing Warzone. Case in point, why I'm doing like music reactions next year. As far as like another game, I don't know. That's a whole thing. I don't know even where to start. I don't have another game I want to play or nothing like that. So the gaming thing's probably going to stay the same, but content wise, I will be doing more like music related stuff. So like streams, I may do like just some listening parties and stuff like that for like new music and stuff and everything like that. Maybe like listen to viewer playlists or something, just something like fun, to kind of change up from gaming and stuff like that. That would be one of them. And then the second thing, I would really just like to continue to grow my social media as best I can. Especially TikTok. I still feel like TikTok has a really high ceiling that still is a little bit untapped for the most part. So I'm hoping to continue to get traction there. But those are probably the two of the biggest things for me for next year.
Yeah, I think they're great goals. It's always good to switch things up, try something new. You've spoken to that a handful of times, is just trying new things to see what can happen. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you have in store for 2026. And this is a firm statement here. Everybody needs to go follow Jake on everything. And I'll make sure to include all of the links for everything so that you do. Because Jake is what did you say? 1,000 away from 10,000 on TikTok? About?
I'm about 1,000. Or no, sorry, yes, 10,000. I'm at 8950, I think.
Perfect.
So getting close.
Perfect.
Very close.
Okay, well, everybody needs to get him there. Now, thank you. Well, Jake, thank you for taking the time to sit down with me, answer a bunch of my questions and your community's questions. It's been really insightful to get to know you a little bit better and hear your perspective you've been doing this for some time, and I think it's really good to hear from somebody who has been doing it for quite some time, their thoughts, what's worked, what hasn't worked, advice for anybody, whether they're new at streaming or they just started. So thank you for taking the time.
Of course, I appreciate being your second guest, and hopefully maybe in the future I'll circle around and be like your 100th guest, and we'll talk about the success of the 99 others that was before the 100th guest. I think it'd be really
100th.
cool.
Pencil it in. I'm ready.
Yes.
Let's go.